Hello everyone, I am Jefepido and this is Root Outers Part 3. So, let's see here. So far things have gone better than I expected. I mean, the squad definitely has, the tools to succeed, I suppose. But these last couple islands might be a little trickier. Or, maybe everything will go perfectly. You never know. So let's see. Vertex looking a little scary with the moths, anthills, and tumblebugs. Still kind of thinking about getting it over with, though. Watchtower, a lot less worrisome, aside from maybe Bactra. I simply do not know what he does. Which might be all the more reason to just get Vertex over and done with. Gonna be messy, but at least the Rooting Beast might be helpful for dealing with weird tumblebug issues, since it can hit from odd angles. And, worst comes to worst, maybe I'll take grid damage or something? Oh no. So, I do not know if I can reach this zone from if I go through Dark Reflection, or if I have to do the Sea of Grass. How bad is this map? It's not a great place for Sawblade mech, honestly. I'm not thrilled at the notion of going through this zero rep map, but it would at least get me to some more options. Yeah, I don't know. Seeing all those spawns is making me really nervous. I suppose there's also the fact that I just don't need a ton of cores with this squad. Overall. And yeah, so practically Sawblade mech is going to be low on problem-solving ability there. Call me a coward if you wish, but if the third objective isn't a core, it's probably not worth screwing around with that one. Hang on, where's... Oh, right, yeah, with the Sonic Scion, the Hornet can go damn near anywhere it wants. Should I maybe be trying to get the termites to do something here? Like here, and then the Hornet can go at them either way. And the anthill's just gonna anthill at me. Huh. Frankly, Watch Your Head is more concern for other human beings than I would have expected Ave to show ever. Okay, so that Hornet can be ignored this particular time. Huh, okay. So that ant is the current only problem. The 2 HP, though. Yeah, I probably want to at least damage the anthill. Annoying. I suppose I could just get up here and do like this. I don't love it, but then the Rooting Beast could devour the ant and do something funny with... I don't know what I guess I could then have the Rooting Beast go here, eat the ant, and smack the Sonic Scion into the termite. And then maybe Glade Tango the termite into the Hornet's attack zone, which I guess would leave the termite dying. It's not great, but I believe at least the injured anthill would... I think doing even 1 damage makes it change ant types. I'm trying to remember if the flying ants only have 1 HP. If so, that would be worth doing. Because reducing ant HP in this context is non-trivial. Ooh, totally forgot about the boost. Anyway. And the Scion's kind of a pain in the ass, so let's, get that done. Oh, actually forgot the termite would have died there anyway. And also forgot the spiderling. I always forget that Sylvan Mech doesn't have to make the kill itself to get the effect. Wow, okay, these guys are crowded. So, let me see here. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I was correct about 1 damage doing the trick here. Now, I could see about if I could get something out of the way, then having the pushing the termites onto the the crystal, but if I got the spiderling out of the way, I could actually have Rooting Beast move here and do it. Wonder if I should. Problem is I can't go next to the anthill and attack right now because of the time pod. Though I could just do this. Which isn't the worst fate, I suppose. And then I could theoretically, you know, do like I said with Rooting Beast up here and have then Glade Tango the Hornet onto here, which would get it hit by the other Hornet. Or, if I got Sylvan Mech and the spider out of the way, I could go here and double tap. But then Sawblade would be on fire with his 3 HP. Although it would get the anthill. That's actually fascinating. Kind of makes me wonder if it's worth it. Probably not, but so tempting. Still. I guess if I had Sawblade do like this, then the anthill would get out of the way, allowing Sylvan Mech to get up here and Glade Tango the termites. And then Rooting Beast could easily shove this Hornet into the other Hornet's grasp. It's still not great, but it would be progress. Actually, if I did this and then pushed this Hornet... Oh, wait! I could just have Rooting Beast shove this Hornet onto the crystal. Then I don't need to be concerned about this, where I push that Hornet. And yeah. And I could put the spiderling anywhere, but here's probably just as fine. Unless I want to kill the ant with it, but probably not worth doing. I should probably save the spiderling for now, because I'm likely to need him in approximately real soon. May as well save him to solve a real problem. That's a lot of fire. Oh, great. Great. This is actually kind of bad. Oh, wow. The anthill can, like, just spawn ants into the fire. Alright, so this moth isn't critical, but it would, of course, be better if it were dealt with. Now, let's see. This ant has ceased to be an issue. This ant was never an issue. This doesn't need to be stopped, but I would like it if it were. This guy doesn't need to be stopped, but I would certainly like it. And this one definitely needs to be stopped. So, let me think here. This does not work now. If I did like this, that would be very nice. I mean, I kind of really want the anthill fucking dead. I am kind of thinking that it might be good to get the rooting beast over here and shove this moth onto here so it dies on this crystal. And then I could just, okay, yeah. I probably will want the spiderling to deal with this hornet, but I could have Sawblade kill the anthill, just get it dealt with. Then Rooting Beast can shove this moth, and Sylvan Mech can Glade Tango this asshole. And at least with the anthill out of the way, I think you only get one anthill per battle. Fucking hope and pray. Anyway. Actually, wait, if I'm doing from here, where am I Glade Tangoing this asshole into? I guess I can put it just about anywhere, since Sylvan Mech has great movement. Is there any way I could deal with this guy in addition to... I don't see anything obvious. Oh, wait. That actually solves that one, doesn't it? That's kind of hilarious. So I didn't really need to use a spiderling on that, but, is there any way to kill... No, I don't see a good... I guess... Yeah, 6 just pushes 7, yeah. Pushing the target up. So I could just spawn block with Sylvan Mech. That might actually be the correct play. With 6 pushing 7 up. Yes, that's definitely the reason. Always more moths. Alright, now how do I optimally kill some assholes? I probably want Sawblade Mech to double tap one of these guys just because I can. Huh, wait, shouldn't momentum be triggering on Rooting Beast? 1, 2, 3, 4? Okay, for some reason it wasn't a second ago. Or is there any way I can get this guy? 2 damage. Well, hang on. If I put Sylvan Mech there... No, wait, this is the one I don't need to kill. I'm overthinking this. I probably just want to settle for having Sylvan Mech do this guy. Because at least he's on fire now. Then Sawblade can get over here and do this. Hyper is nice, but not strictly needed. Reflect is okay, but Urban is probably good, just because shit happens, and I don't know if his 0 self-damage is gonna do the shield thing, but there are plenty of times a shield would be nice. Okay, it seems like momentum sometimes... Or that was 4, right? Okay, yeah, momentum is inconsistently triggering, which is odd. No, wait, if I push him over the... There's no reason to fuck around with this. I'm just gonna let the fire kill that guy. Sorry, this took longer than I would have liked, but... Kinda glad I didn't start with the 3 objective mission. Now, what do I do with a time pod? Anything worth spend? Oh, right, Force Amp would be okay. Or get the health on Sawblade. Doesn't seem super needed. Although, he doesn't spend that much time near buildings, which might have been something I should have considered. Let's do Force Amp, even if I don't use bumps as much as some squads. At least the mites should be doable. I need to get rid of those antennas sooner and not later, though. Alright, I guess I want to line up my dudes. Where can this... Oh, fucking... Fuck my heart and soul. Alright. Hopefully I can... Well, I'll figure it out. That or I'll fail miserably. You know how it is. Wow, rude. Okay, so this is a little tricky for Sawblade Mech. I guess if I double tap here, it'll at least kill the Scion, who doesn't hardly matter. Now, if he double tapped here, that would mean the Moth dies of self-damage, which would be pretty funny. I'm just trying to think. I could certainly kill the ant here, but... this is not looking great. It would be nice if I could get the Hornet pushed down. I guess I could have... Well... I guess if the Rooting Beast pushes the ant... I was thinking about trying to get the Hornet to kill the ant, but... I don't believe I can push the Hornet down and the ant up. Except by means that would, you know, kill the ant anyway. Now, this is survivable for the antenna, at least. But I don't like not having a good... Yeah, the problem is my only flyer is the one that can't exactly go... Oh, I don't really want going next to the antennas most of the time. But I will persevere. Would be convenient to, you know... I mean, having Sawblade do the Moth like this would be pretty nice. Since the Moth would die and I'd get the mites dealt with, but... As for this Hornet, Yeah, I might need to kill the ant with Rooting Beast and then Glade Tango the Hornet. But that still kind of sucks overall. Because the anthill would still be alive, leaving 2 HP ants to still be a thing. Now, if I hypothetically had the Rooting Beast do this... Oh, Force Amp would cause the Scion to die too, which is nice. Problem is then I can't solve both the Hornet and the Ant. I was trying to think about having Sawblade Mech double tap the Anthill and Hornet here, which I would like, but... Because then I could Glade Tango the Ant like that and take the hit from the Ant, which would be fine, really. But I also need to solve the Hornet, and I hate it. Don't like that, but... Yeah, the Sawblade Mech's total inability to solve problems is kind of annoying. I suppose I could simply have Rooting Beast get the Ant, then have Sylvan Mech move here, do the Glade Tango thing, then have Blade Mech go here and spin, thus at least lowering the anthill and weakening the next ant, and making the moth die. I would take a hit to the antenna, but... You know. It would at least, you know, reduce... the number of Vex... no, that's still a lot of Vec. There's gotta be something I can... Well, actually, if I have Sawblade Mech here, I could go... I could have Sawblade Mech go like that, through both these, because the anthill would at least take one hit, and the moth would still die of Force Amp. Because the moth taking a hit... Because the anthill taking even 1 damage actually means something in this context. Alternatively, I could do this with the Sylvan Mech still there, so he actually loses the mites. Awkward as that is. Well, hopefully Sylvan Mech can get into a better position next turn. At least the moth is going down. Also, I need to make sure that building doesn't die, because, you know. Fuck you, Anthill. Eat your fucking soul for this. Okay. So... Can't quite do what I need with the... I guess... Yeah, okay. This guy's gotta go, and I may need Rooting Beast to do it. So, I could... can I actually do it? I don't know that I can. I guess if I... spun Sawblade Mech where he is, he'd end up taking 2 damage, but... If he spins where he is, these two both die, then Rooting Beast could get here, or here, and then hit that guy, and, you know, Sylvan Mech can get, I don't know, here, and and flip the termites onto this tile somewhere. Doesn't matter. It's awkward, but, you know, at least I'd get one of the damn antenna. They told me HP is a resource, but... Shame I can't eat the... Huh. It is tempting to just do this and take the hit, though. Because at least then the termites would be Walking Dead next turn. And if I'm not putting forests in my target tile just yet... I'm not, right? No, it puts forests in the... Because if I do this... Oh, shit, no, it is. It wasn't showing it in the damn preview. That's some bullshit. Hang on. It's gonna be... No, I can't survive that. I have to reset. Fuck. I misread which upgrade was which. Alright, I need to be a lot more careful here. Wait. Okay, I need to look into the... Huh. Okay, I'm getting... confused by... Oh shit, that boulder being there is gonna be a problem, actually. Tumblebug is gonna be even more of a problem. Okay, so hypothetically, if I, Actually, if Sawblade Mech did this, the mountain might explode and kill him. I don't know if this would count as 2 hits to the mountain or not. Okay, this... Now... If I did this, okay, I need to get the antenna soon. If I do this, then this termite is no longer an immediate threat, but I would need to kill this termite immediately with Glade Tango. Alternatively, if I go here, the Tumblebug is gonna die, but I at least need... But I need to get the antenna done approximately real soon. Now, I guess, Hang on. If I did this with Sawblade Mech... Then that termite would die, the mountain would explode and take out the hornet, I think. And if it didn't, then... Actually, wait, Rooting Beast can also eat this guy right now. Before anything. But I need to clear this shit out. Now... In this one... Actually, the Tumblebug's not critical to stop if I get the antenna. So... Now, hypothetically, if I did like this, I actually think that would explode the mountain, which might make these termites Walking Dead and would reduce this one to devourable. Plus, this termite would no longer be an immediate threat, and then this one could be Glade Tangoed. Okay, yeah, this guy's already dead. This guy's already food. And, yeah, this guy can die for all I care. Now then. You know, I keep trying to think if there's something clever I can do with this situation. This would actually work to kill the tumblebug, because the antenna can take one hit, can it? Yeah, okay, really dancing on the razor's edge this battle, but I might just be getting away with it. Too bad the spiderling's on fire. Or did it technically spawn after the fire damage stage? Also, have I mentioned I hate anthills? Oh, wow. Excuse me. And yeah, I don't know what all I can do with this asshole, but since, well, yeah, couldn't kill it with Sylvan Mech anyhow. Can I repair my allies? Right. Yeah, almost forgot I had the that tweak active. Alright, I guess we're done here. Nothing has gone wrong on this battlefield at all. Definitely nothing. Everything's fine, yep. All systems green, except for the ones that are on fire. Oh good, it's an exosuit battle. That, I mean, might still go terribly wrong. But, you know, exosuits, right? Alright, so how do I do this? Like this. This gives the Hornet something to aim at. Still gonna be messy, but... Note to self, do not devour exosuits. Fucking tumblebugs. Never not the worst. Okay, that one's a problem. Okay, so I could go here and double tap like this, which would be nice. Or the Hornet goes before the ant, so I could just have this exosuit do like this. And then the ant dies. And this moth takes a hit. Well, it takes 2 hits, really. Now, that would be nice. Now, I can't be letting this happen. That's an absolute no-go. So I may need the Rooting Beast to push, like, through here and get the Tumblebug off. Or I could, I guess, Blade Tango his ass onto the evac point. Which would be unfortunate, but it would result in the Tumblebug eating shit from this termite. That would actually work, wouldn't it? I don't love it, but it would work. I could also, Glade Tango like this. Then have this exosuit slam this Hornet down. Then Sawblade double spins in place, you know, making sure the Tumblebug will be ready to die from the termite and damaging the anthill and wounding the Hornet. This guy will not be escaping this turn, but, you know, it's cool. He could do something, probably. This is actually an okay. As first turns go, I could have a worse setup, really. Much worse. I guess this guy could punch the moth, maybe, if I wanted to reduce enemy numbers. Now, what is Rooting Beast doing? I actually don't know. I haven't figured that part out. I could have him... something... Something other than being there, that's for sure. I guess if I'm moving this exosuit... Yeah, I mean, if I do this, then... Oh, then the moth just dies. In which case I could have the Rooting Beast just kill the Hornet. Or I could have him go here and put the Scion into moth dead by moth range. Which might be a good idea. But 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, okay. Usually I try to evacuate someone on the first turn, but I guess if I'm, you know, getting momentum and killing the Scion with him, it's fine to have... Okay, yeah. This guy is still within reach of the... Yeah, I probably want the Scion dead more immediately than I want one Hornet dead. Because the Sonic Scion is a problem for, you know, range-wise. Good thing he doesn't accidentally evac the Tumblebug. Could you imagine how awkward that would be? For the pilot, very briefly. Oh, you know... I almost never expect the Spiderling when it shows up. Also, I believe that Hornet is snackable for the Rooting Beast. So's the ant that just approached to attack it. This is definitely an "oh, you're approaching me" moment. Can the Rooting Beast eat the boulder, actually? Oh, that's interesting, and I have to keep that in mind. So, alright, where do I probably want to Glade Tango the termites or something. Unless I want to shove them in the corner, but that would just get awkward, because I'd run out of places to shove them. I might want to start getting as much damage as I can on the anthill. It's tempting to do the Hornet like this, but it probably isn't super useful. Wow, there are not a lot of enemies this turn suddenly. If I do this, I could eat the Hornet and then hit the anthill. And then I'm able to evac a guy this turn with no trouble. Shit. Just realized I'd be using the boost on the Devour. Of course, it doesn't matter if I just use bump damage instead. Like that. May as well put the Spiderling here. No point. No immediate need of spawn blocking, probably. This is gonna get annoying over here with the boulders and such, but... I may as well do like this to clear out this boulder and get some damage on the termite. And then I can... Is it? Oh, hey! Bump damage doesn't set fires, right? Well. Screw your termites, then. Alright, I guess we're doing fine. Weird how this battle turned out so neatly, even if there's still this awkward bomb rock sitting next to my objective. Oh hey, at least that bomb rock isn't a problem. Now, this one is dinner, of course. Okay, this one doesn't matter. Might want to be pushing this moth down, though. Although I might also want to push this moth over, and then shove this moth into it for bump damage. Although if I just double tap this moth, he's gonna die. Now, yeah, this tumblebug literally doesn't really matter, but let's see. If I double tap here, then the burning one is gonna burn to death. And the other moth could be killed by bump damage from Rooting Beast. While the tumblebug could be literally ignored, because who cares? Then I guess I could Glade Tango the tumblebug into this fire just to show him who's boss. Huh, armor does work on the explosion from... I thought explosions of that sort weren't stopped by armor. Well, not complaining. Although, if I go here, then I could just eat the anthill, which is probably, while doing the thing, which is probably more important than messing with the tumblebug. Although, if Rooting Beast is here, then I could bump damage the tumblebug into him, couldn't I? I could do this, yeah. Now that's pretty funny, and almost certainly worth it. And, oh hey, I can even get over here. Also, let's not, forget to actually evac. I guess we're done. Everybody should probably fix the poor wounded Sawblade mech. It amuses me that I can do this. It's objectively stupid, but I can do it. I'm mildly curious how the Devourer interacts with the repair tweak. Probably not at all, because it doesn't have the same function of... I assume it doesn't function like repair. Though it would be funny if the beast could devour something and then feed it to another mech, like a mother bird chewing its food. That might be the weirdest joke I've made on this in my entire YouTubing career, and I'm very sorry. Anyway, yeah, let's get some more health on Sawblade, because I feel like I keep cutting it close on him, no pun intended. And then Forest Fury is probably more valuable than Forest Footing, but... So, mech damage, feeling like that's getting tricky for me. Halcite crystals, okay, when they're over there, not next to a building already, that may not be bad. I'm leaning towards this one. Especially since I may be able to use them against the Vec effectively. Now, okay. I don't know what I want. Or should I put the Rooting Beast here and Sawblade, like, here? No, I probably want to make it so... If I try something like stupid, then maybe the termite might be crazy enough to go over through these three instead of something else. If I'm lucky, a termite might go here and try to go down, and then I can kind of ignore it. I don't know, this is going to be messy. Either way, I can't double tap a Halcite crystal, but I could bump one into the other. And then there will be a lot of dying Vec. Oh, well now I can't. Fuck you, Time Pod. Why do you always have to get in the way? Okay, that guy's a problem. That guy's a problem. Okay, so I would need to save the time pod before I can do anything with that. But I could, let's see. If I tangoed this guy, then the termite would kill him. And the 1 damage wouldn't be a big deal for Sylvan Mech. I cannot do anything too fancy over here. Because if I did like this, the crystals will... Well, I could at least block, but... I need to get the time pod. I really want that time pod. I'm gonna need Rooting Beast to stop this thing, unfortunately. I guess if I... Hypothetically, if Sylvan Mech went somewhere else, I could have the Rooting Beast shove this guy down. It is not ideal, though. Or I could do it from over here, which would be a lot smarter. But Sylvan Mech doesn't have a lot of options. Of course, that one's just about the only... Oh, wait, I could have Sawblade double tap here. Because these crystal mountains do not destroy buildings. That would get this guy some damage. Then I could move Sylvan Mech somewhere. 1, 2, 3, 6. Oh, he could even tango the Scion onto the spawn. And then Rooting Beast can deal with this guy, and we can all feel better about ourselves. Maybe, well, not like a lot better or anything. Ooh. I even get my... Hey, Spiderling. Great. So, alright. Actually, I could do, like... No, wait, if I do that, then Sylvan Mech dies. So, you know, let's not. And... Could... Do I need to check skills or something before it'll matter? Okay, now it's triggering. Although, maybe I'm better off pushing him down. If I'm just willing to do like this. Even if it's less damage in the immediate, then it would... This won't be blocked. And I feel that may be better in the moment. I don't really like having the corridor blocked. This is already getting messy. I need to get that time pod out of the way. But I don't... Oh boy. Fuck you, Anthill. I don't have time for this shit. Well, maybe I do now. Okay, so this guy's got to be stopped. This guy would just die if I do this, which is pretty funny. This guy, though, needs immediate... this doesn't help at all. Now, I could just do this, and then... Oh, and then I could actually pick up the time pod with Rooting Beast while pushing this guy into that. But I don't have a solve for this guy in that case. How do I solve this guy without... I may not have a perfect solution here. Because, yeah, if I do this, it doesn't get me where I need to be. Not unless I also have Sawblade go down and double tap that guy. Which is an option, but if I do that, I might need to seriously consider having the Anthill... having the Spiderling attack the Anthill. Just to get it out of the way. Because I think this is... Or, pardon me, just to get its HP reduced so the ants won't all have 2 fucking health, and God, why are there so many spawns? That is not reasonable. Yeah, that guy's on fire now, so I can do this. Now, do I hit the anthill, or... Yeah, I can't afford to blow up Hellsite crystals right now. But I feel like I'm gonna desperately need another, you know, guy to solve problems approximately real fucking soon here. At least ground-pounding Vec might be stuck in this area if I can just get here and get out. But I can't. Eh. I do not like this at all. Come on, let Simon roll some amazing new skill that will solve all my problems somehow. Okay, yeah, the ants don't really have a lot they can do right now, do they? Now, hypothetically, if I momentumed this guy... Well, that doesn't work, I guess, but... If I did this, then, okay, that guy would die, and that's funny. But how do I stop that hornet down there while saving the time pod? Because I could get over here, I guess. But then what? He can't do anything useful with that without, you know... Wait, he can't even attack boulders with the Glade Tango? Okay, come on. That's really kind of dumb. Now, he could put the hornet here, but then what? Okay, I guess I could put... I believe the Hellsite Crystal's auto-kill is not gonna be stopped by the... thing, but also Sawblade Mech doesn't have a lot of good moves here. Suppose he could do this, which doesn't harm my position, but I don't have a good way to deal with this Hornet unless... Okay. If nothing else, I feel like this might be a good move because at least it opens space for the next turn, but then... Hang on. Okay, crazy idea. Let me think. If I do that, then I could put Sylvan Mech to the time pod, shove this Hornet here with the Spiderling, Glade Tango, and then... Shit, do I have some way to actually destroy the crystals after that? I'm not sure I do. That's pretty much everyone who could do it without dying. So never mind. Not where I need to be. Now, okay, supposing I haven't done this guy yet, then I could... Suppose if there's anything I could do with Sawblade here, it's, you know... Okay, wait, I need to destroy the crystals at some point, so getting the time pod dealt with is practically necessary here. So I might need to pick up the time pod now one way or another. So I may just need to do this with Rooting Beast, because I can't solve this guy any other way. There's simply no... Especially since I can't tango this thing, and swapping the crystal next to a city is bug shit insane. Can I... Is there anything I can eat? Oh, I can eat the... Do I want to eat the boulder? I could. Do I want to? I'm not sure that's actually a good idea. Okay, suppose I eat the boulder and then shove this guy into the empty space. Then I guess Glade Tango him over, and then what? Then I guess I could have this spiderling attack one of the crystals and shove... and have them both explode on both the... Hornets? Does this work the way I'm thinking, hoping it works? It fucking better, because I am out of ideas. Alright. No, wait, because I would be pushing the Hornet here with the Spiderling for it to happen. To get him here. No, wait, I don't need to push the Hornet with the Spiderling. No, wait, I do, because I can't Glade Tango in empty space. I need something here to get the Sylvan Mech clear of the explosion. That's the fundamental issue. Now, if he were here and I do this, no. I mean, actually that does work for solving this guy, but it doesn't get me the crystal, or the time pod dealt with. And I cannot push this Hornet here unless he's gonna die. Though I guess if I pushed this Hornet here, I could get Sawblade up here and spin. Does putting him on... I need to check it. Wait, it's shielded now? Okay. Urban working that way with a nimble and undoing is a bug I'll need to report, but anyway. Now, I could kill this guy like that, for all the good that does. And then Rooting Beast could, 1, 2, 3, 4... get here and shove this guy into the... I think shoving the Vec into the... Well, I don't know if Force Amp applies to the crystal. Fuck. Okay, but either way, I need to get the time pod this turn. That's utterly non-negotiable. So I might need to accept the damage to this. Unless parking my ass on it with Urban would shield it, which might be a fair... I don't know if that counts as a fair use of Nimble and Urban or not. I don't know if it works either. Either way. I don't know if that will protect the building or not. It's... something's not... Okay, now I'm not even seeing a... Yeah, at this point I hardly care. Let's just, hope this works. Because I do not have a better plan. And next turn, those time pods are... Or, pardon me. Next turn, those crystals have got to go. I don't know. Vampire would be really fitting. Big Game Hunter isn't super good for him, but I might need it. Or Invulnerable would have solved me a lot of problems just now. Vampire, he doesn't kill Vec that often. And he's not the hardest hitter. I may as well take Invulnerable. Even though, yeah. Okay, I guess the shield thing. I don't know if that's fair use or not. I may have to take a pull. 2 Tumblebugs on the last turn. Fuck you. Fuck you, you fucking game. Okay, I don't know how you even... Oh, wait, Okay, so I think I can, Important question. Does Force Amp work on the crystal? It does. Okay, so I do this, and both Tumblebugs are cooked. So I think what I can do is... Alright, Sawblade can kill this guy. Straight up. Then I think... hang on, no. If I go, like, here and do this, then that can get that Hornet. I can Glade Tango this ant into the crystal path and then just slam this guy into the crystal, and the bodies hit the floor. Whether the... Okay. Alright, I got pretty lucky with this not getting messier, but also who cares at this point. And... Fuck off all crystals. Phew! Fuck my life, that got messy. And did I not even touch the anthill? Yeah, glad somebody's excited. Maybe I should have taken Big Game Hunter, but who knows. And, let's see, I'm probably aiming for Forest Fury next over the other, but I've only got, like, 5 things left to spend cores on, and I already know I'm getting at least 2, so I may as well take health. Sylvan Mech is going to be tanky as hell, as fitting the Necromancer guy. I assume I want to line up for the, Big Stab. Yes, we're calling it the Big Stab. I don't care what you say. It is 3, right? Yeah. And, no, he might come this way, but I don't want to stack everyone too far down either. Would I be better off doing, like, this instead, maybe? He still might go, like, here. But, given Rooting Beast's angles of attack... I don't know. There's too many ways for this to go wrong, no matter where I put my crew. I'd probably rather do it like this, I think. Fractured Okay, that'll have to do for now. That can be ignored for now. Okay, so this guy can fuck off. So I probably want to Glade Tango or something. I could do this guy like that, which is a fair option, and then double tap him with Saw Blade. Actually, if I end up Glade Tangoing the boss here, then I could hit them both with Saw Blade. Little awkward, but it would get me some decent damage. Still, that's going to be a lot of enemies next turn. But they're not really positioned to be easily dealt with, so... At least the boss could plausibly die in another turn or two. No, just don't be all tumblebugs. It's even a normal anthill. Is this like Christmas Come Early or something? Alright, so those termites have got to go down. This is troublesome. Okay, so if these termites ended up here, then the Scion would be eating shit. But I can't really get anywhere with the Sylvan mech as a problem. I may be in trouble. Now, hypothetically, if I did this... Okay, that's fun, but doesn't solve me. Yeah, I don't... I'm already thinking I may not be able to solve all this. But I could do this, which would at least allow me to kill the boss with Sylvan mech. But either way, the termites are a huge problem. One horrific option is to do this. But I don't know if I... Okay, is there any way to do this turn without, you know, getting 2 buildings hit? Fuck. Because Sylvan mech simply can't reach... Well, okay. Yeah, Sylvan mech can't reach anything. Not... I mean, I guess if I double tapped here, then Sylvan mech could get here and have a spiderling. And then I could push this dude out of the way. And allowing him to push this one down, and then Rooting Beast could slam this guy out of the way, probably. I think that'll work. I hope that'll work. Please, spider... I was really... You know, it would have been nice to see these termites kill the anthill, but... Alright, let's see if this works, because I'm extremely low on ideas right now. Okay, yeah, so I probably want to shove this guy down, and then... It would be convenient if I could put a little damage on these termites without killing the Scion, so these termites would kill these, but I don't think I can do it. If I do like this, then those guys just... So yeah, I need to push these termites the other way. And that's very sad. Still, it'll have to do for now. Even if that leaves me in still kind of an awkward position next turn. And hey, at least the Scion still dies, right? Isn't that what really matters in life? still, the spiderling save only happens once. No. That's gonna be awkward to deal with, actually. Okay, this is kind of bad, actually. So, if nothing else, the Sawblade mech could wipe the anthill, but I may be... Well, at least letting the ant do its thing isn't the worst fate. Okay, so Rooting Beast could do this, and that's one solve, but... Sylvan mech can't reach much aside from the ant, though. At least it'll die. But this guy won't be dead. At least if I can solve the termites, which I can't. Well, at least letting these two go would be less embarrassing than letting a termite run through the whole thing. But the rocks are fucking everywhere, because I let things get out of hand. But I'm not sure when I had much of an option here. I need more forests. Can I get more forests? Actually, wait. Can I do this in a more foresty way? So at least... Hypothetically, if I did this, that takes those two both out. Then, can I get Sawblade here? No. I mean, he could kill the termites if he could get there, but he can't. He could... Still, that is not the worst move. And then I could get... Yeah, the squad's finally showing its, relative limits. If I do this, it does a lot, but then... Alright, That's 4, but this... Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Of course, Glade Tangoing the termites down here wouldn't actually help, so... Now, I guess if I killed the anthill with Sawblade, then Sylvan Mech could just reach these guys and bring them up. And then I could use Rooting Beast to kill this thing. That would still leave the ant and the hornet hitting these for 3 damage. Or I could have Rooting Beast hit these two while I Glade Tango the ant. And let that happen for 4. I feel like solving both termites has to happen. So I do this, that's 1 termite, and then I would Sawblade and Glade Tango over here. But so that's still going to be 3 grid damage. Honestly, I'm surprised I got this far without this happening, but still. At least the anthill's going to be gone, right? Okay, nobody has 1 HP, right? Though I could eat the rocks. I could start eating rocks, in fact. I just think it would use up the Devourer in that case. Come on, grid defense. I have done nothing for you this run, but, you know, you still owe me for all those grid points I didn't lose. Yeah, I'm with Abe on this one. Oh, hey, Tumblebugs. Yeah, that's what this island has earned from us at this point. Tumblebugs. Huh. Oh wait, at least it's the last turn and one of the Tumblebugs decided it didn't care? Look, I'm not, you know, gonna even complain at this point. This guy doesn't matter. This guy, yeah, there's not that much. I could just Sawblade this one and Glade Tango this one or something. What is determining when momentum procs and when it doesn't? Oh well. Anyway, so that was deeply embarrassing, and on the other hand, I knew this island was going to be hard. The last one probably won't be as bad. Yeah, excitement. Well, her corporate tower's fine. That's what matters, right? I might actually want the grid thing, since it's not like I need more shit here. Yeah, I can only use 4 more cores, and I don't believe I can even... Yeah, I can't get that much. So I'm gonna buy 2 cores, basically, and spend the rest on grid. May as well take this. Simply a better value. Or I could take Flame Shielding, which is also good. Yeah, that makes too much sense not to take. It also makes Thick Skin partially redundant, but... And that'll... Wow, okay. Now I kind of want a 3rd core, but that's... It's worth waiting for a time pod for. Yeah, and I believe Forest Fury will do me more good than Forest Footing. Overall. Hits more tiles. Anyway, thank you for watching, and join me next time where we finally fight this weird-looking bat asshole.